Awesome. Hello, everybody out there. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Wednesday. I almost forgot what day it was, but we're really excited to have you all here. And thank you so much for joining us for all of these sessions. We're in our last week, so we just kicked off with our session yesterday. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. And we're in our second to last session, and then we'll conclude the summer series tomorrow. But it's been really good, and we really appreciate you being here and providing us the feedback and enjoying all the sessions so far. And I hope that you all are gearing up for your school years, whether you're starting classes or you're not quite there yet. Again, it's it's really valuable to have you here, and you're taking that active step into preparing for the school year by sitting through these sessions and hearing from our presenters on helpful tips and advice as you enter into your first year. I know we have a variety of different people in attendance, so I know we have some students who are going into their first year. We might have some current college students who are here that might just be needed to get a refresher. I know we have some college staff as well. So no matter who you are, we're definitely very appreciative of you being here. So we'll go ahead and introduce ourselves before we get started. So Yat Adriana Silly and Shia was one on the Shia Kiani Bash's Chin, Sadashkesmi Dash Chake, okay Dashanala. Hi everyone, my name is Adriana and I am Navajo, and I just introduced myself in my Navajo language. So for those of you who are Navajo, let me know if you're related to me. But yeah, I have been with the College Fund for 3 years, and my passion project has been the Go to College series with the first year experience program. And I'm really excited to have it continue going. And I love hearing all the feedback of how much you've been enjoying the sessions and how much it's helped you build your confidence and everything. So yeah, I am tuning in from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm originally from Gallup, New Mexico. And then we'll have Sean, who's the co-host, go ahead and introduce himself as well.
Hello again, everybody. Thank you for joining. It's good seeing some familiar names on the line again. I think we got a couple new people on today. So again, thanks for taking the time to join us today. We have a great presenter for you guys in today's session. So a quick introduction on my end. Happy to be here. Yate Sean Betsuinishe, Flashe and Shle, Ashiam Mrs. James, Anita Shache, Klizafana and Deshanella. Just a little bit more background. I am Navajo, part of the Navajo Nation, born and raised pretty much here in the Southwest. Located here in Farmington, New Mexico, so I'm like 3 hours north of Adriana. So yeah, we're excited to get things rolling again today. So I know our series is coming quickly here, pretty quick. So I know we're already in August, and a lot of you are starting and ramping up school here pretty soon in the next week or so. So hopefully you can definitely utilize some of the substance and great material we're going to cover, and be able to charge headfirst into your college fall semester on a good note. So thanks again, everybody.
Yes, yes, yes. Time is going by so fast. So I know most of you have seen this already. This is just to see where we're at and then look at what's coming up next. So we're here in our last week, and our last session again tomorrow will be tools, tips, and transition to help with your first year. So if you haven't registered for that yet, again, you can go to our website and click on the registration link there. And then just as a reminder, we'll be giving out some really cool prizes. Once we conclude, we'll gather up all the entries, and then we'll most likely do our drawings next week, and we'll be in contact with those of you who win. So hopefully you guys are in the running for some cool prizes, and good luck to each and every one of you. Again, your ticket to get into winning these prizes is to complete the event evaluations after each session. The more sessions you attend, the bigger the prizes get. So just by attending one session, you'll be entered to win a $25 Amazon gift card. If you attend 2 sessions, you'll be entered to win Beats Solo headphones. If you attend 3 sessions, you'll be entered to win an Amazon Fire tablet. And then if you attend 4 or more sessions, you'll be entered to win a laptop. So good luck to everybody. Awesome. So we don't want to take too much more time, so we'll go ahead and introduce our guest speaker for today. So Mrs. Kenwani Kravitz is a citizen of the Madesi Band of the Pit River Nation and is a descendant of the Northern Wintu people. She's a culture bearer, tribal advocate, and native scholar, and has previously, excuse me, and has previously served as the ambassador for the American Indian College Fund. Mrs. Kravitz holds a Master of Legal Studies with a specialization in federal Indian law and tribal self-governance from the Sandra Day O'Connor College of Law at Arizona State University. She also earned a Bachelor of Arts in Native Studies Leadership from Northwest Indian College. So we're really honored to have Ms. Kravitz here with us today, and we'll go ahead and pass over the mic to you.
Chumashi, hello everyone. I'm just gonna pop my video on just so everyone can see me that I'm here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back off because I'm having connectivity issues. Kenwani kahili gatige chi'i Madesi walik pimi wal chi'i itu wahiwalo Chris Ryan pimi tui itu dachi Mary Bamford Madesi is tui. Hello everyone. My name is Kenwani Kravitz, and thank you, Adriana, for introducing me. Like she mentioned, I hold Masters of Legal Studies with emphasis in federal Indian law and tribal self-governance from Arizona State University, and I'm also an alum of Northwest Indian College. And I saw someone on here from NWIC, if I remember correctly. Anyhow, I'm so happy to be here with you all today. And I just want to share a little bit with you about navigating your first year of college. I am the Native Nations Liaison for Southern Oregon University. So I wear many hats in my role at Northwest Indian College. Southern Oregon University. I'm all over the place. This darn connectivity has gotten me a bit confused here. Let me get on my slide. There we go. So I am the Native Nations Liaison for Southern Oregon University. And so I do wear many hats. I do government to government work. I also help guide the university in issues that affect Native students and our tribal nations. I also help the university with supporting our Native students on campus. So these are some of our Native students, all members of our Native American Student Union here, and they all call me Auntie. I just want to share a little bit about myself and how I got to the place that I am as the Native Nations Liaison for Southern Oregon University. I navigated higher education myself, and I initially struggled, and it was really hard for me. I didn't know that I was smart. I didn't know that I had a place in college, and thankfully Northwest Indian College provided me that opportunity. And I went back to college a little later in life after having dropped out in my first semester when I was younger. I just didn't have the confidence. But when I went to Northwest Indian College, it really boosted my confidence and gave me the confidence to pursue a degree in legal studies. So just to break the ice, if you can drop in the chat what your educational goals are and what success looks like to you. And remember, everybody's idea of success is different. And there's no one same answer, I don't think. What are your educational goals and what does success look like to you? When I first started going to college, when I was younger, I thought I wanted to be a teacher. And throughout my personal journey, I decided that I didn't want to be a teacher, that I was more, desiring to be a tribal advocate. And I wanted to know what the laws were that were applied to our people so I could advocate for our people in a better way and know what the laws were that were applied to us. Administration professional program. Gosh, thank you for sharing. So our journeys, can change a little bit, and it's okay if we don't know exactly what we want to do right off the bat. Some students come into college and they're like, these are my goals and this is how I'm going to get here and this is where I want to go and what I want to do with my life. And then we have other students who come and they're not quite sure, and that's okay. The one thing that's most important that I want you to remember is this is your journey, and your journey is unique to you. And you are able to take the path that you want to take to get where you want to be. And it's going to look a little bit different for everyone. Wish I could lower this down. Here we go. Okay. So as you're getting ready to start your first year at college, some of the things even before you get to college that I think are important for you to know is make sure that you have everything in line with your financial aid and your scholarships. And you may be applying for additional scholarships as you get there, but it's really important to have an idea of what this looks like for you and how you're going to be able to pay for college and not get into it and have those surprises. The next thing is to attend orientation. You're going to get all the information you need at the orientation. So it's important, even if you attend a virtual orientation, to attend, because you're going to learn about how to navigate financial aid and scholarships, and how your specific college operates, with whether it's communicating with you, the enrollment process, how they handle their financial aid and whatnot. Every college is just a little bit different. The next one is to make sure you have your dorm assignment and meal plan arranged. Some of you may not be going to colleges that provide this, while others have dorms. Southern Oregon University requires that all of our freshmen live in the dorms for the first year unless they live within 25 miles of the university. And next, if you haven't already, take the opportunity to visit your college campus. Maybe you're going to be getting there a week early, getting moved in, walk around, take the map that the college provides and get yourself oriented to the campus so you know where you're going. And maybe even, around town, where's the grocery store, where's Walmart, or, where's the park if you like to walk or whatnot. Next, look around on your college website. Familiarize yourself with the different resources that are available on the website, how to log in to your portal, get yourself prepared and know what's there. And then the last two, I think, are really important. Just be ready to start classes, have everything that you need, and make sure to check your email because the university will be sending out emails. So as we move forward, just some tips as you start your freshman year. Make sure to get connected, and it's important that you stay connected. So one of the things that I always recommend with our students is to connect with their professors. Most professors have office hours that you can take advantage of. Take the time to ask questions. If you have questions about the course materials, get clarification on the syllabus and the assignments, or any other questions that you have regarding the course. Connect with your academic advisor. This is really important just to make sure that you're on track. And I always recommend that our students schedule at least one meeting per term with your advisor. And they can help you in a variety of different ways. This includes maybe offering opportunities for internships. They can offer career guidance and whatnot. So it's really important to connect with your academic advisor. They make sure that you're on track and going to be graduating on time, taking the right classes that you are going to need for your degree. Next, and this is really important, I think, some of us are more introverted. I'm more introverted, and I don't have like a whole, like I'm not like have to know everybody. But one of the things that I've had to learn for myself is to kind of put myself out there so I can make those connections and even make friends. And some people it comes more easy, and for me it's not that easy. So I just always try to say hello and smile. Offer, help, or if you need help, ask for help. Your university is probably going to have a lot of clubs. Look on the website. Look, go to the student union and see what kind of clubs they have. See if there's anything that you might be interested in. You can join a club that you'll be able to connect with your peers and classmates that way. There's always opportunities to volunteer. There are always events happening on campus, so you can sign up to volunteer for an event or something that may be going on in class. Next, you can work on a group project with other students in your classes. You can join a study group, share notes, and don't be shy to join in on class discussions. Everybody is there to learn, and it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to raise your hand and say, hey, can you help me understand this? Maybe I'm not understanding it. You belong there. This is your place and this is your time to learn. And yeah, join in. And down here I have get involved and socialize when your time allows. You're going to have a lot going on and your schedule is going to be pretty busy. So make sure you don't get overextended. Other people that's important for you to get to know are your resident assistants for your dorms. You can get to know the staff from the Writing Center or the Academic Help Center, the Career Connections staff, the librarian, the tutor. Familiarize yourself with other Native staff, faculty. Oop, I have staff on there twice. And advisors, such as myself. You'd be surprised the more like you're in maybe the library and just saying hello as you walk in. Introduce yourself to the librarian or the student worker sitting at the desk, and the more you do that, the more they're going to recognize you and you'll recognize them. And so they'll be able to help you out if you have questions. And it's important that you make connections because the people are there to support you. You're going to be, some of you may be away from home, and it's not an easy thing. Even for me, I'm only 2.5 hours away from home, but just having that camaraderie and connections with other folks helps me have a sense of belonging And one of the things that I really want to point out is safety. If you're far away from home and all of a sudden you're not around, people are going to recognize that you're not there. So when you're making those connections, it's important for them to notice that you're not around. Maybe they can check in and say, hey, been missing you. Are you sick? Maybe offer you support in that way or whatnot. But yeah, it's really important to make connections. The next thing I want to talk about is accessing available resources. So one thing that I didn't realize when I was younger going to college is that I belonged there, and all the resources that are available were there for me to help support me. So some of the resources that we have at our university, I have listed here, but your university may have others. Remember, these are here for you to help you. So there are accessibility services, the TRIO program, the Student Health Center, the library, tutoring, peer mentor programs, multicultural centers, the IT department. In speaking about the IT department, one of my students, his computer broke and he didn't know what to do. And I was like, go visit the IT department and they may have a loaner computer for you while you're getting your computer fixed, or may be able to help you fix your computer. And he was like, what? I didn't even know we could do that. So yeah, the IT department, the career center, they'll help you write a resume if you need it, talk to you about jobs, anything that may be available on campus. The writing center, you can go in and have them take a look at your paper, let you know if you're on the right track, if you need help editing and whatnot. Our university has a gym on campus, and it's really nice. You can just go in there and work out and, blow off some steam or get your exercise in the morning or throughout the day. Your staff and faculty and advisors are also another resource. They're there for you. So make sure if you have questions, if you need help, make sure to reach out. And then if your university is like ours, reach out to the Native American Affairs Office. And then lastly, at our university, we also have a basic needs pantry. So if there are things that you maybe didn't bring with you or can't afford at the time, pop in to see if they have what you need. So the next tip, this is a big one, effective time management. Remember, nobody is going to come and wake you up out of bed and say, it's time to get to school. Nobody is going to be calling to say, hey, you missed class today, and mark you tardy. You're just going to miss your assignments. You're going to miss valuable class time. And so it's really important for you to effectively manage your time, not only for your classes, but for your well-being. It's really important. So here's some tips for effectively managing your time. Can you guys drop in the chat and let me know what works best for you for time management? Do you wear a watch? Do you set timers? Do you have a calendar? Wait a couple seconds. I know for myself, I keep a calendar on my phone and I'm lost without it. So I check it every morning. And then usually I update it in the evening, just to make sure I have everything on there. And then I know that I'm going to be on time. I even set reminders for myself if I have deadlines for different things that I'm working on or whatnot. So yeah, I see a planner, multiple alarms, get to sleep early. Yep. Great. Physical planners, digital ones. Awesome. So I know that when I went to my graduate program, I was like, oh, I can do this. And I'm going to take all these extra credits because I want to finish my program early. And then I quickly realized that I had way too much on my plate. So when you're thinking about your academic, and your personal schedule, I want you to think about what is realistic for you. What is how many credits are you going to be able to take realistically and be able to complete them successfully? I recommend that you start off taking what is required. So in our case at SOU, we, require for full time is 12 credits. So later on, you'll get to know your schedule better and how you're able to function within that. And maybe you can add more to your plate, but make sure it's realistic and use the tools that work best for you, whether it's a calendar, physical calendar, day planner, phone app. Make sure to check in on your calendar. I know that I can't with a hard copy calendar on the wall. That just like is so outdated, but the one on my phone keeps me on track. Something else I think is important for students is to make sure to take notes in class when your professor is giving deadlines for things. Make sure to jot it down in your calendar, on your planner, on your phone app. Make sure to write those down. That way you're not stuck and surprised when he's saying, okay, turn in this assignment or we're doing this. That way you already have it on your calendar and you know what to expect. So make sure to find what your routine is and stick to it. Your routine, you're going to get like the first, couple weeks, month when you're at school, you're just finding your way around campus, you're finding out where your classes are, what time works best to grab lunch or go work out. But the more that you stick to your routine, it just becomes habit. So if you are someone who likes to work out in the morning or likes to take a walk or likes to have some quiet time, then set that time aside. Give yourself a little bit of time to get ready and, get to your classes on time and make sure that you're trying your best not to push off your study time till midnight because there's so much excitement going on. Because you're not going to be at your best at that time. Make sure you schedule in some study time for yourself. At our university, there are spaces on campus where you can go and study. You can grab some food and go study. You can, go up to the library and study. But yeah, make sure you're studying when you're at your best, whatever works for you. Another thing that I recommend if you are interested is finding a study group or a study partner. And that'll really help you stay on track with your studying. Next, I would recommend prioritizing your tasks and activities. So like I mentioned earlier, there's going to be a lot of things that are really exciting that look like they're really fun to do versus studying, right? So make sure to prioritize your task. One of the things that I did when I was in college is that I treated my education like a job. So I made sure that I had everything done before I did those extracurriculars. So if I had assignments that were due and I got them done and I had that extra time, then I would go ahead and go, you know, do something. But make sure to prioritize your school and activities. What's most important? And lastly, do not procrastinate. And I'm saying this as a procrastinator, but I have had to learn to not procrastinate, not to put things off till the last minute, because you get flustered and overwhelmed and things just, stack on to each other. And then, like, for myself, I feel like if I have way too many things, I can't think straight. So if I just take that one thing at a time and check it off my list and then do the next one, but don't push it out till the very last minute, because then you're not going to get the things done the way you want to get them done. Make sure to set reminders for yourselves. If you have a paper due, maybe set a couple reminders for that paper throughout the week. Work on it. Give yourself a little bit of time every other day or every day to work on that. And that way you're taking the time to take bite-sized pieces rather than trying to do the whole thing all at once. And maybe you want to set a reminder for yourself to work out, or set a reminder to yourself that you have a doctor's appointment or whatnot. And then it is important to make sure that you take time for self-care and to have a little bit of fun when you are done with your studies, or even if you just need to take a break. So can you guys drop in the chat with me ways that you find to take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually? For myself, I love to be in nature, so I like to take walks just to get out. I am being an introvert. When I am around too many people, too much, I just need some quiet time. So that's kind of how I take care of myself. Ooh, color. I love that. I love to color as well. Walk a mile a day. Journaling. Great. Yes. Say yes to self-care. It's important. It helps you maintain a good balance for yourself. One of the things that I put in here that I really think is important is to ask for help, because if you're struggling, you don't want to struggle alone. So ask for help, whether it's from a friend, a professor, your advisor. Don't struggle alone. Make sure to reach out and ask for help, because you're not alone. And this is important for your self-care. Take time to do a relaxing activity. Like we mentioned, take time for a walk, time to dance, time to color, just to relax. Sometimes we get a little bit overwhelmed and everything feels, like it's bigger than it is. But if we take that time to relax and give our bodies, our heart, our mind, that fresh perspective, will come back at those assignments or activities and see them a little bit clearer. Hang out with friends. Take a break to breathe, and just make sure to spend time to care for your spiritual well-being. It's really important. Let me see. And so with that, those are just some tips that I have to offer for freshmen. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. As the Native Nations liaison at Southern Oregon University, I am Auntie, and I have a lot of our Native students coming in, just to hang out and be in my space. And these are the things that I recommend to them that they do to take care of themselves, even if they're seniors and they've been all the way through their whole program. Sometimes they need just that little extra help, little extra time for self-care. Sometimes they just want to connect and talk. Any questions?
I think there was one in the chat. I don't know if you addressed it. Procrastinating is a bit of a strength for me, but it's not the best way. But it is not the best way. Finding time management goals is probably going to help me get out of that habit. Or what would you suggest?
So as I'd mentioned, procrastinating is something that I had to learn to navigate myself. And I would just suggest, I say this to my students kind of as a metaphor, is if you think about eating a steak, and if you took that whole steak and you try to eat it all at once, you probably choke, number one, but you probably get really sick and overwhelmed. So if you think about your studies and the work that needs to be done, if you think about it in bite-sized pieces, and that time management is taking the opportunity to just do one thing at a time, not thinking about everything that you have to do, but just that one thing at a time, taking the managing your time, setting yourself up for success in doing one assignment at a time, and giving yourself that time to study, scheduling yourself some time to study, and making sure that you're just doing those little bite-sized pieces rather than waiting till the very end, pushing everything off till the very end, and then trying to do it all. And it's not fun. It's really hard. And so that's what I recommend. Do bite-sized pieces one at a time, and think about the A. I always say this right now. If you think about the alphabet, right now we're at A. Don't think about Z. Think about A. Do A. And if you, on your calendar, I have those bite-sized pieces. This is what I'm doing between 9 and 11. This is what I'm doing between 2 and 3. And I designate what I'm doing. So I'm working on student success between 9 and 11. And then between 2 and 4, I'm working on policies. And so I just give myself just that little bit of time every day in my calendar that I focus just on that one thing. So maybe for you, it's math or writing or whatever class you're taking, social sciences or history or art, you're working on that. But you'll get familiar with your routine and what works best for you. Just make sure to schedule in that study time where you're doing just those little pieces one at a time, and you won't be so overwhelmed. Does that answer your question? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go on here to some of the programming that we offer at Southern Oregon University. And here are some pictures of some of our students and some of the activities that we do at SOU. So the university has hired me as the Native Nations liaison to be the advisor for our Native students and support them Sorry, there's feedback on my phone. Let me turn this down. And we have that time to be, in my office, I have my office, and then I have a conference room in my office. And so in my space, we have a place for our Native students to come and gather. And they oftentimes will have anywhere between 5 and 10 students in there. They're studying, they're hanging out, they're connecting and supporting each other. And so I offer mentorship, but I also support our students in that way. Something else that we have at Southern Oregon University is Aboriginal rights recognition, wherein we offer in-state tuition for all tribal citizens, irregardless of what state you're from or tribe. And then we do offer in-state tuition for one unrecognized tribe, the Chinook Indian Nation, which has direct ties to Southern Oregon University. We have a Native American Studies program, and Conaway Nicatilicum is our summer youth bridge program that offers the opportunity for young Native students to come and have the college experience. So students between 7th and 12th grade can come and participate in Conaway. They stay in the dorms, they take classes. We offer both academic and cultural classes. This year we added a theater class. And so, yeah, it's a great time for Native students who are wanting to learn more about college. Another program we have is the Pathway for Native Educators, and that is a mentorship program where we offer Native students who are becoming teachers support both with admissions and kind of like a cohort opportunity and mentorship just to support them. So we also have the Tribal Nations Honors Scholars Program, where Native students with a certain GPA can enroll in the Honors College, and I think it's 3.5. You have to have a 3.5 GPA, and you get financial support and mentorship. And they also have a cohort there. Both of the honor scholars programs, one for Native students and also Hawaiian Native students. I support all of their students and have had the opportunity to travel with them and engage with them. It's been a really great experience. Southern Oregon University also offers diversity scholarships. We have a Native American Student Union scholarship. We have alumni scholarships and other scholarships that folks just kind of give to support our Native students. And then we also have the Oregon Tribal Student Grant for Oregon Native students or students who are enrolled in the 9 tribes of Oregon. We have the Oregon Tribal Student Grant. We also have the Native American Student Union, and this is just an opportunity to connect with other Native students, be involved in leadership on campus. Our Native American Student Union hosts our annual powwow and advocates for Native student engagement on campus. So this is a great opportunity to connect. We are also implementing an initiative for the Native Nations Gathering House, where we'll host cultural events and kind of shift a lot of the programming that I do in my office down to the Gathering House. And it's going to be a space to bring in tribal elders, offer learning opportunities, bring in tribal folks who can share about their careers and offer mentorship and guidance to our Native students on campus, just a community community space, a home away from home for our Native students at SOU. In my office, I offer culture circles. So we alternate between weekly talking circles and cultural craft nights. And we also have a peer support luncheon. And I always feeding everybody. So anytime anybody comes by, we always have food. If we're not having a meal, we have lots of snacks in my office. Like I mentioned before, we have the NASU powwow. It's the largest student-led event on campus. And this year we hosted our 32nd annual powwow. And we also host an Indigenous Peoples Day celebration where we have guest speakers come in. We have a Native artisan market, and it's open to the whole community. And then lastly, I also host the Native Grads celebration, and just to celebrate and acknowledge the accomplishments of our Native students. And here are just some more pictures. Some of our Native students at SOU. And it looks like we've come to the end of my slideshow. Does anybody have any questions?
Awesome. Thank you, Kat, Kenwani. Those are some really good tips and advice to help those of you who are going into your first year. I know it means one thing to say, you know, like do this, do this, do this, but it really does come from a lot of experience, not only what we went through, but also like what our friends went through, what our students are going through. So it's definitely advice to take note of and to keep close to you, because ultimately it will help set you up for success in whatever way that looks like for you. But yes, thank you so much, Kenwani, for presenting, and thank you all for taking time to come to another session, and we'll go ahead and conclude for today. So let me share the last couple of slides. So yes, before you leave, please complete the week 3 event evaluation and make sure you select that you attended today's session. Make sure you're submitting those. And again, we'll most likely be doing the drawing next week after the whole session concludes. So we'll be in contact with you if you want. But again, thank you all so much for taking time to be here. Let me also grab the link as well. I know QR codes sometimes don't work all the time. But again, this was very valuable information, and I hope it was you take it and you apply it into planning for your first year and everything. Sean, do you want to share anything?
Should be in the chat. I already put the survey link in the chat.
Oh, thank you so much.
But no, again, like I said, we're thankful again. I know we're finishing the series here pretty quickly, so we want to sort of thank Kenwani and thank you everyone else for joining. I know, like I said, whether it's your first year or you're a returning student or you're just a faculty or staff member, just curious about the conversation. Again, thanks for joining. We hope you to be able to sort of take away from some of the great information and material that we cover out, whether it's this session or the multiple sessions you're able to join throughout the past couple of weeks. So we know time's flying by, and I know classes are going to feel like they're about to start tomorrow. So hopefully you're able to utilize some of the information to, hit the ground running and build a little more confidence and a little more motivation before you start your classes. So thank you again, everybody.
Thank you all. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you again tomorrow, same time.